Welcome back to the second part of this tutorial, guys. Okay, there's something we need to get sorted here, and that is, you see, the end user can just decide to resize the form how they want. So we're going to work on preventing that. So I'm going to come back here. See, inside the form initialize, if you double click, you can always come there. Right there, I'm going to select all of these and just let's use the following lines of code. You say these actually represent the form dot, let's say maximum. Okay, let's go for the minimum size first. All right, okay, minimum size is going to be 2000 plus as well. Okay, so that is going to be the minimum size. All right, and the maximum size as well. Let's say this maximum size is going to be exactly the same size. There we go. So if I run it now, the system will not allow you to reduce the form how you want anymore. Okay, so the form is now fine. You cannot reduce or do any other thing with it. That's brilliant. So I'm going to exit out. So let's take care of exit first. All right, let's go back in here, double click on the, yeah. Now for the exit. Okay, as for the exit, first of all, I'm going to call the following. Let's say dialog results. So that's going to be the method I intend to use. I will give it a name and just call it I exit. So in here, I'm just going to then say I exit equals the following message. Okay, that's the variable that I declared. So we just say I exit equals message box dot show. That should be message box. That should be uppercase. Message box dot show. And what I want it to show is just going to be, let's say, confirm. There we go. Confirm if you want to exit. All right, let's call the following. Then I'm going to enter the name of my system in there. Let's just call it tournament. Tournament system. There we go. Now, I will then add two messages. The first one is going to be for the message box, and the second one is going to be for, it's going to be a message box as well that will ask you, that will display an error message or information. The choice is yours, whichever you want to use. So I'm going to say message box buttons dot yes or no. So let's accept that. Now the next one, I'll say comma, is going to be for the icon, message box icon, and the icon that I'm looking for is going to be question mark. There we go. Now I'm going to use the question mark. Okay, this is the message that will be displayed. That's the title, and this is the message box that will display yes or no button. If you look at it in total, I have argument 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now let's use a conditional statement. So here I'm going to say if I exit, if it equals dialog results yes, then what I just want the system to do is to exit out. So you can say either close is another way, or you can just say application.exit. Hey, that takes care of my exit. So if I run it now, I should be able to exit out of the system. However, the system will officially prompt me to confirm if I want to exit or not. See that? If I say no, I'm still within the working environment. However, if I say yes, that's it. I'm out of the working environment. Okay, the next thing we want to do now is to take care of the reset button. In the case of the reset button, I want the system to be able to reset every single component in here. And as you can see, I have 5 multiplied by 5. We're talking of 25 lines of code just for the checkbox alone. So what I'm going to do to prevent me writing a lot of codes, I will just come right in here, double click on reset first. However, let's say right above reset, I'm going to create a function for the reset. Let's just enter comment line there, and another one underneath here just to so that I don't get it mixed up. So in here, I'm going to take private and just give it whatever name I intend to give to it. So let's copy that and paste that in here. And here, just change the name of this to maybe uncheck, uncheck, uncheck all. Yeah, that would do. Uncheck all. That is the name of my function that I want to create. However, it is going to be, let's say, param, taking out the parameters. So there's that in here, and that is going to be for system dot windows and dot forms. Which component am I talking of? I'm talking of group box. There we go. Right, let's paste them in an array. So this group box is going to be, let's just say group box. There. So now let's use a for each. For each system dot group box in group box. So grab hold of all of this. For each system dot window dot form dot group box. Get rid of this dot group box in group box dot group box in group box. Now we use another for. Okay, however, I must have to enter curly braces. So the second one is going to be for each control that we have within that group box itself. And this control that I'm talking about, that is to do with the group box. Okay, so let's accept that. Okay, now in here, now, I'm now going to use a if statement to check out this control for those controls within the group box itself. And those controls are the checkbox. So I'll say if this control that you're talking of is system dot check, I'm going to accept that. Okay, if is system dot check, and this check that I'm talking about are the checkbox. So I'm going to just enter it here. These are the checkbox. So what I want you to do for the checkbox is just to play it. So I'm coming here now, paste, and I just say dot, checked, and that is going to equals false. Okay, so that's my function created. All that is now left for me to do is just to call this function right in here. All right, so we need to, let me close this one first. That's why I have that error message. Okay, now I'm going to now come right inside my reset button here. Within my reset button, all I just need to do is to call my function, this 01, and check all, paste that in here. Uncheck all, what do I want you to check? Uncheck. I want you to uncheck the following group box. I think I have 1 to 5 in there. So number 1, I have group box number 2 as well. That's for 2, 3, 4, and 5. So just 4 here and 5 there. So this group box that I'm referring to, the anyhow, let me show it to you guys. Let's go to open up the properties. Look, this is the first one. Look at the name. Group box 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. These ones I'm not gonna just clear them like that. Or else I will have to write another lines of code for all these ones. So let's go back in here. That's the group box clear. So if I run the system now, so let me show you what I'm talking about. And check all of this, my function should be able to reset the old selected components. So if I click on this, there we go. Look at that. Done. Okay, that's good. Now, the other thing is, supposing I grab hold of this to prompt the user to confirm if they really want to clear the system. So I'm going to come in here now, just paste all of this there. Paste that in here. So grab hold of my codes, cut that off, and just paste it in here. And in here, I can change this one to confirm if you want to reset. Okay, so it will prompt the user to confirm. There, see that, guys? Because some user end up making mistakes. So there. So let's change this instead of question. Let's change that to maybe an information or exclamation. The choice is yours. Yes, exclamation. Let's run it and see. Run. And I select whatever in here just to demonstrate what I'm talking about. There we go. So confirm if you want to reset. If I say no, it remains the same. However, if I say yes, there we go. Brilliant. Now, one more thing. Check this out. See, when I enter some values in here, I want this one changed. And if you look at their names, that is LBL team 1 score. So let's go back in here. You can just reset that right underneath here. Dot text, and that is going to be equals there. That's the first one. So I'm going to copy that and repeat the same thing for number 2. Yeah. Number 3 and number 4. That's good. And what about LBL LDL overall. Yeah, and accept that as well. Okay, so all of that is taken care of. So exit is taken care of, reset is taken care of. Now let me show you guys the function for reset again. Look at this. You do need that function, okay? I'll bring it down there. So let me run it. Okay, so you reset. Go. No. Yes. Okay. All right. That is fine. We now need to take care of. Let's take care of this. Well, I just want the system to do in here is to add up the scores that we have in here and store it in here. So let's exit out. Now go back in here, double click on this. Now we're going to declare the following variable double. That's the data type. So let's say team one score, and that is going to be equals. Let's convert to double, and what we're converting to double is going to be the content we have inside team1. So that's for team1. So I'm going to copy that. Team 2, 3, and 4. So just change the variable name. 2, 3, 4, and here 2, 3, and 4. Brilliant. And the results, let's say double, and that's going to be, let's say, result. That's the name of the container. That's going to be equals team1. This one. Let's add them all up. Team2, then take it to, let's accept that. Yeah, and plus number 4. There. That is all that taken care of. So now I want the final output. I want it right inside the overall here. Overall score. Paste that in here. In this case, overall score is going to be equals. It has to be converted to string, yeah, which is already given me through. That is it right there. Okay, so that is that taken care of. I'm going to save that. Let's run it. So nothing will happen now until we finish up with all of this. Okay. So what you get is 0 because nothing is happening. There's no value in here. And the default value officially should be 0, not that copied in here. So let's go back. Just come right in here. The default value in here should be 0. There. Okay, so okay guys, so what I'm going to do now is I will call it the end of the second part of this tutorial, and I'll see you guys shortly.